There's a point in writing where the sentence stops being a sentence and starts becoming drywall. You push against it, sand it, repaint it, then somehow make it worse. That's usually when people quit. The strange thing about writing is that frustration is not the opposite of progress. Frustration is progress, editing especially. Nobody talks about how editing feels less like polishing and more like carrying groceries up 3 flights of stairs while one bag keeps ripping open. You write a paragraph. It sounds incredible at 1:12 a.m. The next morning it reads like instructions on the back of a shampoo bottle. So you cut half of it. Then you overcorrect and turn it into something too clean, too careful, too dead. Now the original mess suddenly had life. That cycle is normal. A lot of people think writers move forward in straight lines. Real writing feels more like pacing around a kitchen opening and closing the same cabinet wondering why you walked in there in the first place. Editing is where you learn whether you actually meant what you said. I've noticed this especially with podcast writing or article intros. You'll spend 40 minutes trying to make a hook sound smart when the better version was the plain sentence you wrote first. Something simple like, "I think people are exhausted from pretending everything is fine." That lands harder than 6 decorative paragraphs trying to sound profound. Frustration usually means you're getting closer to honesty. The problem is that writers often mistake friction for failure. They think if the process feels difficult, the work must be bad. But difficulty is often a sign you've reached the part where instinct can't carry you anymore. Now you have to decide things deliberately, word by word, rhythm by rhythm. It's like untangling headphones from 2012. You pull one knot loose and somehow 3 more appear. At times, the best editing decision is deleting the paragraph you suffered over for an hour. That hurts. But writing has a strange economy. Nothing is wasted. Even bad drafts leave behind useful fingerprints. You learn your habits, your fake voice, your filler words, the places where you hide instead of saying the thing directly. Moving through frustration as a writer means accepting that confusion is part of the construction process. Renovations look ugly halfway through, so do essays. The people who keep writing are not necessarily more talented. They're usually just better at surviving the middle section, the awkward, irritating stretch where the piece temporarily stops making sense. Then eventually, almost unfairly, one sentence clicks into place, and suddenly the room has lights again. Thanks for listening. Catch The Quiet Quotient on YouTube and all major podcast platforms. To help us grow and keep supporting creators, please like, follow, and subscribe. Want to get in touch? Connect with me directly at jimhansonmedia.com.